You hear people that talk about their truths. You know, I want to speak my truth, or somebody speaking their truth, or this truth. When things are on record the way they are, clearly, it's kind of just the truth. That's what I just wanted to put out there, was the truth. Kelly Ripa here, author of Livewire long-winded short stories. Let's go under the covers. It's been the privilege of my life to host live, even though I never saw myself hosting the show, and I certainly didn't see myself hosting the show for 23 years. The chapters, Fool Me Once, Part 1 and 2, I really take the audience on a journey as to what it was like to be there and how I think unfair it was for Regis, because it did feel like his show, and it was his show, and nobody should have a workmate forced upon them. You know, there's a common misconception about the nature of these jobs on camera. I'm in a unique working situation right now with Ryan Seacrest because we have had a 20-year friendship, but most people think that that is everybody on TV, and that is very seldom the case. And I make no illusions that there was this friendship. I know that he liked and respected what I did on the air, and I liked and respected him as well. But having said that, it was not an easy working relationship, but there seemed to be this pervasive narrative that somehow I abandoned our friendship. As women, we are trained to not be disruptive in any way. So if a person says something and it's not true or inaccurate, we are trained to just take the high road. With that spirit, I wrote certain chapters about the importance of not allowing other people's narratives to be attached to you. We all owe it to ourselves to have an accurate representation of what actually occurred. Mark and I and our marriage sort of evolved over time. For me, it was love at first sight. Slowly over time, he fell in love too. Writing about our marriage was a very unique thing because I did allow him to have veto power, and he did veto some of the stories. When you're raising a family, it's not always the spark, it's not always hot, it's not always sexy. Sometimes you are just working parents, and that's what we were for many years. The empty nest chapter, I began writing it the day we dropped Joaquin off at University of Michigan. We felt very fragile as a couple in that moment. We were sort of emotionally drained. And I thought, oh no, is this the beginning of the end? Are we the couple that the youngest child goes to college and then they find out they have nothing in common anymore? We really reconnected in that way that we had forgotten about. We forgot how much we enjoyed each other's company. It's about careful maintenance throughout the duration of your marriage and not sort of throwing in the towel the second it gets not hot or not sexy or you have an argument about something. Nothing besides abuse is insurmountable. And I'm very careful to say that in the book. It's like, unless you are trapped in a loveless or abusive marriage, you can figure it out and you can get to the other side of that and have a real connection on the back end. My ultimate goal for the book is that people take a little bit of humor, a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of self-advocacy away from this book. It really is not a self-help book, but if it does help a person advocate for themselves in a better way, in a more effective way, then I will be a very happy woman.